1, a 2, a 3, and we
Mm.
are live.
Ooh, chill. I don't think we live. We live. We
Mhm.
live on February on December the 1st, the first day of Christmas. My true love gave to me. She got a big old ass and bow leg.
No, she did not.
Cardi took us back in the way back machine. Jaheim and Trick Daddy Dollars had a song where they was talking about the appreciation for thick women with bow legs, and Cardi said he didn't get what the bow leg craze was about.
I don't get what the bow leg whole concept is.
I mean, you've never seen a woman like where they pigeon toed and like their legs and that gap. It's like that leg gap.
I
It's
mean,
big down south. It's big everywhere. I love it.
it don't. Okay, like, what does that mean?
It don't mean nothing. It looks good. It looks appetizing. Like seeing a woman curvaceous with the hips like that. Her having hips means she's supposed to, childbearing, and naturally is somebody you're supposed to procreate with. But just seeing a motherfucker with like a bow leg standing there, bro, that's just something magnificent, man. So shout out to all the women out there with big butts, not even big butts, bow legs. I got appreciation for all women of all shapes and sizes.
Bow-legged women.
If you got bow legs, EJ, you ain't in the bow leg, girl?
Nah, I'm good, bro. I like straight legs, bro.
Straight leg.
I like two legs that like don't.
You don't like women that got some type of like retardation?
No.
Because
I mean-
all that shit is a retard. Like nigga, your cheekbone, like nigga, your dimples is like calcium deficiency.
No, I don't need I don't need calcium deficiency in the legs, bro. Just I'm cool, bro.
Hey, man, I don't discriminate. I was just talking to my man about that. At the job, he was like, "You probably mess with a little girl got like the little chicken wing arm," and I was like, "I won't ever say I wouldn't because that would throw me off." But I did come across a porno where it was a guy, and if you watch porn like I do, it's called dogged.com, and it's a dude named Dirty Mike and a couple guys. They just be having sex with girls, and they just like they not bad model type. These regular girls who work for Amazon and work in factories and bowling alleys and Denny's and Waffle Houses or whatever they do in New York.
Denny's.
And they be thugging them out. And it was this one I'm watching, and he was a regular that they always hitting, and they hitting or whatever. Then they pan over in the room because it's a hotel room. They pan over, and it's this one girl in there, and she's sitting on the couch, on the bed, and she looked normal until old girl pull her over there to start giving my man some head. And then I seen she had like the little arm, and I was like, I should not watch this no more because this is weird. But I continued to watch it, and then old girl kind of stepped to the side and let the other girl, the regular girl, finish with my man. And then you cut back to Dirty Mike because he's the cameraman. He was getting his dick sucked by the girl with the arm. So I watched it. I don't feel like you should discriminate because that might, my soulmate might be like that. And if that's what God got for me and she treat me right, cool. I'd be the one folding all the cover up. I ain't tripping on that. I'll take care of that. Can't fold no comforter with that one arm.
No comment. No comment.
Cardi say if something wrong with you, he can't love you.
No, I never said that. I just said no comment in reference to this whole concept of that being the exploration. I mean, I don't know. Shit.
People in the weird stuff, man.
Y'all never
to each their
kicked it
own.
with a girl who had like 6 fingers. You know what I mean? Like the little I have. I miss you.
She had 6 fingers.
Yeah, like the little nut.
Was it?
There wasn't no nail on it.
Wait, so it was an extra pinky.
Yeah, the extra pinky finger, not like a real appendage you could use. I mean, you never dealt with somebody that you like. Ooh.
Nah, I never like visual. I guess they don't use the word handicaps, but what do they call it? Disabilities, or what's the politically correct term?
That work. That work.
Deformity. That's mean. Deformities mean.
Like,
yeah, that's
like real negative or something like.
But that's what it might be. It's a deformity, right?
Okay, well, not like out, but like other stuff, like more so. What would it be? It could be mental health, allergies, just like, or somebody that just really. I was dating a woman that didn't like crowds and going out and stuff. Like, what do you call that?
claustrophobic.
Yeah, like real claustrophobic. So that was
claustrophobic if she don't want to be out
in spaces. Like she was afraid of being in spaces and all of that stuff. Like she had public anxiety.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I remember one. I messed with a girl who front tooth was missing right here.
Oh,
Yeah,
what?
like a major tooth. This one right here. Yeah, and I mean, she got it replaced, but it was after I was done fucking with her. So
Gemini 9 said I had just spoke you up, Jay. I'm glad you did. I don't know what the devil eyes mean, but I appreciate you speaking me up. Hopefully, you speaking me up in a positive format. We up here talking about.
We see her. She got like a sketch of like 3 people. It looked like, or is that just her?
That's just her car. You can't say.
Okay.
Hard 70 out here with them eyes.
Yeah, I got my own damn disabilities. Shit.
Hopefully, you were speaking on me in a positive manner. I appreciate you speaking to me because you know that means I'm still here to be spoken on.
Yeah, Gemini, why do men like bow-legged women?
Are you bow-legged? Because a lot of girls fake like they bow-legged. Like I know guys who pretend like they nearsighted. Oh, speaking of the devil, I get it. Some girls, like I knew a dude who actually fucked his eyesight up because he pretended like he was nearsighted because all the hoes and fuck with the niggas would do like this, like.
oh, the little
that little look right there.
the little light skin look.
Yeah, then the nigga developed an astigmatism and he fucked up. Always like you the OG. Shout out to me as a OG.
She's
Let's see.
She ain't bow-legged.
She not bow-legged. Is that a good? Well,
I mean, no, it's
straight
nothing
legs.
wrong.
Different people have different preferences.
I've dealt with regular girls with regular legs, but I like them to look like velociraptors.
Velociraptors. What's that?
Bow-legged. That stance like, well, look at my arm. I'm in the gym, boy. This shirt fit me different. So we're gonna do a lot of things to recap, but first and foremost, while we early off in the show, I just want to promote what I got coming up. Everybody gonna do that. The 3rd of December, I'm in Grand Rapids at the Ambrosia Theater. Tickets still available, so if you ain't doing that, come out, come kick it with me. No bow legs. Oh, hold on, over here. Hold on, no. What did you say? My cousin's is though. She said, I don't believe it. Your cousin got to show us. We got to see something.
So click, show that comment again. Let's see. The crowd see that comment too. My cousin said she.
But how your
cousin is though? She said.
For the sake of the podcast, if you follow me on Instagram, just DM me a picture of your cousin's leg.
DM me a picture of your cousin's leg.
Because people want to see. We want to be able to prove that, you know what I'm saying, she bow-legged or not. We don't want no cap on this show at all. But
okay,
yeah.
December 3rd, you in Grand Rapids.
Ambrosia Theater, love it out there. Saturday, I'm doing the show with my guy, Damian Jones. Man, me and D Jones, he just put this up. I should already have this up, but you know how I go. I be on board from time to time. But yeah, me and D Jones are kicking it at the Hamilton Tucker Art Gallery. Is me, T Barb, Larry, and Ronnie Chanel. I almost did too much real quick when I said one of the people's names. But yeah, we have the Hamilton Tucker Art Gallery. That's going down. And later that night, you can catch me at Bink's Grill, and I'm hosting a panel of Why Do Men Cheat Too? For some reason.
Men cheat too. Why are you hosting?
Yeah.
I hosted.
You know exactly why this nigga hosting.
Don't do that. We're not gonna live like that. We're a family on this show, bro. We're not gonna live like that, gang. This boy all right here. Ugh, this little knuckle right here. I should probably fix this in post. It's all good. Well, yeah, that's what we got. That's what I got going on. 17th, I'm also doing something, but I'll tell y'all a little closer today. We're doing something at East Point with the mayor. Fraser, what's going on?
Point. Same old, man. I started the 501c3 for Detroit is Different, so that it can definitely help big with a lot of the projects for a lot of studios. So this summer we want to come back with the same project we did this past summer, but it's better if we get like some granting options for people who want to give. You can get a tax deductible donation. So if you follow me on Instagram or Facebook, Kari Frazier, Detroit is Different, connect. It's information about that. Hopefully you can give, support what we're doing in these efforts. So that's the main big thing that's happening.
Hopefully we ain't gonna hope we gonna get that. So is it a number you want to reach?
I want to get to the first one was 7,500. I was thinking 7,500 again, but 5 bands. We're going for 5,000.
Don't say bands. It sounds like you're gonna blow everybody money.
One
nigga say, yeah, man, I need some chicken, man. Come to donate some chicken over here to your man, bro. I need them blue strips. Donate 5,000, not 5 bands, because it sounds like you're gonna lose it in the crap game. 4-2 dub in the warehouse somewhere. EJ, what you got going on? So you got something coming up you want to tell the people about?
Hey man, you already know, man. Every Friday, every Saturday, we at the Independent. Get your tickets online. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have your little shot or whatnot. But you know, yeah, every Friday, every Saturday, and Big Time Garbage live stream every Monday.
Hey, please tap into them, man. These are my people. and I would like you to support them the same way you support me, man. These are good guys and girls, and they putting something together from the ground up, just like we are over here. You know what I'm saying? And until we can figure it out, you know what I'm saying, money wise, we gonna support however we can. So I want y'all to go fill that place up. So go get your shot, or just go get a card. And
and shout out to HGTV, the show Bargain Block. You might catch me on that motherfucker too. You know what I'm saying? Fixing up some I'm putting up curtains in that motherfucker. So yeah, you might see me up in the
my nigga, the price done went up. Today's price is not yesterday's price.
the Fat Joe meme.
HGTV. What channel? I don't think them channels. Well, you married anyway. I be trying to think what kind of clout can you start hosting parties and shit like that. Like, you seen this nigga on HGTV? Like, what? Put up some curtains. But all right, man. We did that. Let's get into some things here, man. We talked about all that. All right. I mean, y'all already know how I feel. How did y'all feel about first and foremost, I want to thank everybody that came out to the live podcast. You know, it was like, man, it was love from top to bottom, man. The food was all gone, all the liquor was gone. And I think, man, everything we drained. Everybody had a great time. They got home safe. They had a better time than it. You know what I'm saying? Everybody left better than they showed up, man. So I want to thank, first of all, Foolish for coming out later. That was an unexpected guest that came towards the end. Melody Hearns, Dukes, her cousins. I want to thank, I mean, like, there's so many people I can't even name them. I just want to thank everybody for coming out, man. We just gonna keep doing this thing here, man, bigger and better, and putting on stuff that, you know, we ain't about doing cool shit. We want to have fun. We want to make that cool again. Fuck just doing cool shit, take you somewhere. We want you to really leave thinking like, man, I'm glad I came here. But to recap, that's just me I want to thank, but let's recap it.
Yeah, man, it was once again another classic house party. I think this house party, because it was the visual element added to it too, added a whole different feel because people were actually commenting and watching during the podcast. Like Josh was talking about some of the podcasts. I think, man, who was that? Gemini? Or what is that? I'm about to kill your name.
Gemini, what about her?
Oh, she was in effect during the
yeah, she was on the live.
Yeah,
she was on the live. I feel like Riri was on there. I feel like Joy was on there. Just some of the faithful. The old faithful was on there kicking it, chiming in. Some people wanted to make it and they couldn't, and they tapped in and they was kicking it, bro. Like, we had a conversation. Somehow swinging came back up at the end. We promoted it
even before we get to that. Dukes once again delivered. Dukes is like what JD has offered this podcast. Dukes and JD, as far as storytelling, may be neck and neck of like, what the hell be going on with their life? And you hear stories and you think, okay, this ain't the truth. But then you meet them and you're like, nah, this is the truth. Both of them in this past story from the Black Friday podcast, that was one of the wildest stories where I think I was slipping because there were certain details on the replay that I didn't even point out to be like, all right, 1 second, Dukes, you did this?
Like, you gotta watch it. You wouldn't even understand, like, because Card be ready to tear. Like, it was points in it. It was like, but for entertainment purposes, we couldn't just go through and pick her whole life apart. So we had to just eat the meat. Card be like, and to bust the bone down and suck the gristle out. And he started talking to me about, like, it was one of the greatest stories ever told.
Yeah.
And
the whole arc of the story. How she ended up in Chicago with the dude at her friend's mom's house, ended up in a better place where she would have been if she would have went to stay with the dude. She wasn't even really, it wasn't even his place. He was staying with his homeboy girlfriend.
Yeah, so she was going to spend the night for a long time. That's really what that was like, because your name not on the lease. At any point in time, she got mad. It's 3 homeless people at that.
She'd have been looking like Ebony in Players Club because she'd have walked home and then seen Dukes walking around in her panties.
But you're not even, and that's the crazy part, you're not even Ebony because
Ebony was at least a cousin. Yeah.
You coming in outside of it. Like, you know what I'm saying? You ain't even like 60 degrees of separation. You like 194. Like, you're obtuse angle sitting in there, like, and if you ain't pulling your weight, she really on your head. Like, first of all, you know, women don't like women don't like other women around. So it's like, now y'all periods is coming at the same time. Like, she was young, she was dumb, and you know, that was crazy. That whole conversation.
We get into, you can highlight that point. We're gonna get to that point. We're just recapping what happened here. Click that. We're getting to that point. we get into the Detroit women point. It's more so kind of connecting to the whole Kevin Samuels
Yeah, we get to that.
snippet. But right now, we just
We
recapping
should have it put up
the
so we can play it.
podcast. Yeah, we should play like
We should play a
of
little
that.
snippet of it. I mean, I want to. I don't want to lose nobody. We did the recap here,
But it was fun. Foolish game. Yeah, we also definitely had a whole little stint talking about the lifestyle again.
at the
We
end,
actually at the very end, you find out more about these lifestyle parties because you have to call a specific number, and then they vet you. I guess you call them,
Mhm.
you learn something, you find out because all we knew is the date of the party.
Not the location. We knew who was throwing it, and you had to call,
Yeah,
and you had to send a picture. I believe they said so.
Yeah.
You know, if you really want to get down with it, listen to the last podcast. They doing it December the 4th. I won't be able to attend because first of all, I ain't on that tip, and secondly, I got 2 shows. But I might pop up just to see what's gonna happen.
hilarious. I will definitely
Just to have a
not be
story to
there.
tell.
But if you watch the live stream, you'll possibly know some people in the house.
Yeah. So definitely that.
Yeah.
I feel like we covered a lot. A lot of girls was mad about me. A lot of my female constituency. I like using them kind of words with Cardi around. They felt the way about me saying that guys kind of use play a game when it comes to women, and that we kind of you tell us about the last dude, and we make sure we just do just enough to beat him out to get what we want from you. And I mean, I wasn't telling you that to say guys was winning. I was just trying to give y'all a game so y'all wouldn't lose. If that makes sense. I got daughters, so it's like I'm gonna give you the game. It's not like how I'm running around doing it. I'm just telling you how y'all lose. It's like I'm gonna be like, hey, y'all doing this, and this is why it's not working. So a lot of women was like, guys ain't shit. And I'm like, and I'm just telling y'all that. I'm not debating that. I'm not going back and forth with you. I'm just telling you what y'all do. So y'all making it sound like I'm like, ha, y'all stupid. It's like, no, this is what guys do, and y'all should stop. It might have been in the delivery, y'all took me being on some other shit. But no, I'm just telling y'all what guys do. Like, I mean, every time I kick it with a woman, she tell me what the last guy didn't do. And I'm like, all right, bet. So I know I just got to be a little bit better than him. Not me impersonally, but that's just what it is. It's like, I'm just a little bit better than cuz I'm in there. You know what I'm saying? So that stirred up a lot of DMs and comments.
Oh, when you took that snippet out and posted?
Yeah, I posted. And the thing about it, that was the tip of the iceberg. That was just my highlights. And that wasn't even all of them. I'm talking about Quiyawa go crazy. Kari called somebody a bitch. EJ said fuck. EJ don't date black women, so he called them raccoons. Like, I never heard anybody. He's like, fuck these raccoons. So if you go listen to the podcast, it's way more. My shit was the tip of the iceberg. There's some shit on there.
Kari don't go.
I didn't
He
say
was like,
cool.
y'all hoes is stupid.
Cool.
So yeah, before we jump into that one topic, I want to go ahead and say this. Somebody who was on my list who owed me some pussy is no longer on the market as of right now. Rihanna is pregnant by ASAP Rocky. So I mean, I guess Barbados and Harlem. I mean, I don't know what kind of baby shower that's gonna be. That bitch gonna be lit. It's gonna be I don't know. I don't know how to feel about it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not tripping because Rihanna finna get super thick. Because after you had that baby, Rihanna finna go to another level. So ASAP Rocky better stay on his toes. A thick Rihanna,
ASAP Rocky a little nigga too.
he is. And I'm just looking at it like, you know, she's pregnant. You know, she got all that money, and you know what I mean. Like, I mean, I had people was disappointed. Like, why ASAP Rocky? And I'm like, nigga, who did you want her to be with? Nigga, like, they, you know, he's a fly nigga, I guess, for the most part. Like, he's a worldly nigga. He's into fashion, and all that. So, you know, he pulled it off. But Rihanna finna get hella thick out here, and that's the thing that I don't think people understand. Dog. Like, them babies put that weight on you. Rihanna finna come back strong. I can't wait to see it. You know what I mean? And nine times out of 10, this ain't gonna last. So by that time, my bag will be up, and I'll be where I need to be at. So y'all will see me at the Met Gala with my 2 kids, Rihanna, and half a ASAP Rocky baby.
Do you think their stock? You think ASAP Rocky's stock rise? You think Rihanna's stock falls? Or you think it all stay the same?
Stock as far as what?
Like, is Rihanna like dating down? I guess would you say that, or is ASAP like? I feel like ASAP Rocky's set for life right now, and then but Rihanna, I feel like Rihanna would have like more to lose from this whole thing.
I think different. I think that she gonna be good. I think he definitely depending upon the next move you make, especially with that fashion, he may be able to get in some rooms he usually wouldn't get into. But if anything, I think maybe his status rise up, her status
Doesn't
I don't know,
change.
like I don't think it changed just because she already kind of like in a
think
boss position.
Becoming a mother always take women to another level. Like look at Sierra and all that. So Rihanna only stands to get like becoming a mother and then a wife because he got to marry her now.
I don't think he's gonna do that.
He got to. He got to. He got to marry her.
Why you think that?
He got
I
to.
think Rihanna. I thought she a bad girl. I thought.
But now that's when she was young and doing what she's doing. Now she's pregnant. She's Barbados just named her something. They gave her some type of award.
I think Barbados like cut ties with the Queen, so like they're using her as like the image for Barbados instead of the Queen of England.
Bro, she got $1 billion lingerie line and a skincare company. She was just named one of the top 10 artists of all time. Now her next level, like I guess she can play that role. Like maybe
Her Instagram is Bad Girl Riri. I mean, Madonna did the same thing. I mean, Madonna's still out here busting it open.
But yeah, I seen that. But when I look at it with Rihanna, I think the next step. Yeah, I think the next step for her though is straight up. She gonna marry the nigga. Like she just gonna do that. Whether they stay married is something different.
I got you.
We gonna see next. We gonna see Rihanna next. The business mogul, we seeing all that. Mother, and then we gonna see wife, and wherever it goes from there.
Summer Walker gonna have Rihanna's. I guess it wouldn't be prayer. It'd be Rihanna's. Rihanna's poem on her next album.
Nigga, what's the ASAP Rocky prayer, nigga? That's what niggas be talking about. What did he get on his knees? Who did he pray to?
Man,
who did he pray to? Cameron? Because I'm looking at this nigga like, you put Rihanna down, nigga. Like,
but
let's just be real.
They've been together for a minute though.
They was on and off, and then she started dating a billionaire white guy.
And I mean, but he ain't. But he more her speed.
Okay, let's say this: the billionaire dude. Do we think he got that kind of money? Do we think ASAP got that kind of money?
I don't think it's the money at that point.
But I'm trying to make a point real quick. So, do you think he got that kind of money my man had?
No.
All right, now let's say this: musically, is he as coveted as Chris Brown?
No.
So it's like, where do he fit in at?
But Chris Brown had a whole incident with her where they.
I get it, but we got why she was with that nigga Chris Brown because she was a bigger star at the time.
You take that incident away, they probably still together.
They fall off. I
mean, you know what I'm saying. But you take that. But I'm saying you take the whole incident away, they may still be together. But furthermore, I also think it gets to a certain point where like you cover certain expenses. Money is money is money is money. Like ASAP Rocky may have like $1 mil, $2 mil. I mean, a billionaire may get a couple other things, but she got her own money. I mean, he ain't asking her for nothing. Like the flyness matter more to me. Yeah. The flyness matter more after like a base level of a certain amount of money, just like on our level. Like if a man got a place to stay, a car, and he can take you out from time to time. He may not be like the dude that's making, the sugar daddy that's making, $500,000, but he can take care of his own. And I think about how much rather.
It ain't about how much money you get; it's how you spend it.
Yeah,
if you can spend your money like it's $500,000, she won't know the difference.
But also the fact that you a cooler dude. So it's like what I just want. She may not just want to be with that billionaire because the billionaire dude's got probably less time for her. He probably ain't into fashion like her. He probably ain't making the moves where ASAP can move in the studio, people shit. He like, roll up these trees. He rolling up trees for her. Like it's probably all types of
nigga wearing
like
quilts out.
Yeah, it's probably all, and she probably into that. Like,
I mean, and
other
reasons
why.
And he probably like to get strapped. You know what I'm saying? So it's like shout out to him, dog. Like he like to be pegged. That's what he on. And
I don't know about all that. Because
I'm just saying that Rihanna was like, Josh, come here. I'll be like, look, don't say nothing.
I don't know about that.
Work. Or you hear the door close. Work. I wouldn't let you out of bed. I'm talking shit, man. I'm just trying to be entertaining on here, man. I'm trying to be entertaining on here, man. Quit playing with me, dog. But shout out to that. And like I said, we all are about to get blessed with a thick Rihanna. We always wanted it. She always been cold, little slim, little petite situation. But now, once she dropped that little seed, and first of all, this baby gonna be worth so much money. It's gonna be so crazy the way these celebrity babies come. Like we can't wait to see the little mix, the remix that's gonna come. And you know what I hate is that you never hear nothing about the other people, like they other kids after that. Like ASAP got a kid. We ain't gonna hear him or see this baby around the great Rihanna and ASAP Rocky baby, the Rihanna Rocky baby. Like Offset, he keep culture with him.
Yeah,
That nigga got 9 kids, bro.
I didn't realize he had that many children. That's a lot of children.
Hold on, what we got here? My nigga Merv Dirt said, dog, I wish niggas would have talked about this on that live show you did when I was with my girl. Talk about what, Dirt? Dirt was in the back kicking it, man. On the lows. He was in the back kicking it, man. Him and his girl was back there sipping on a little tequila in the back cooler, man. They was back there. That's my baby right there. But yeah, man, like I say, Rihanna finna get turned. She finna have this baby, and I guess all is right, man. You know what I'm saying? What's gonna happen eventually, so that happened. So what we jumping to next?
We're gonna go right to the topic.
All right, yeah, we can jump right in there, dog. So I don't know if we had it pulled up, but it was a clip of Kevin Samuels was talking to a guy who is actually from the Detroit area, and he was talking basically about how he wants to find a good woman, and Kevin Samuels basically said, bro, you gotta leave Detroit. Areas like Detroit, Philadelphia, Chicago, he named these specifically. He might even say Cleveland, but let's just say if you name them four places, nigga, you can include St. Louis, you can include nigga anywhere in Pittsburgh, Indianapolis. He just said, man, you don't want them kind of women there. They're not.
Basically, anywhere where it's a Big Ten school and black people, you don't want to date a woman in a Big Ten state where black people exist.
Or there's a lot of factories, you know what I'm saying? A lot of industrial. Yeah, you don't want none of those in that bitch. Yeah.
That's a Big Ten. That's a Big Ten. Yeah. So what I'm saying is,
Hold on, do you want to play a little bit of it?
bullshit.
Oh, can we?
Yeah.
I was just gonna play it off my phone.
All right, play it off your phone, everybody.
So what y'all saying that my only chance is to move out of Detroit and find
Look, man, if you had to find a place with some of the most difficult women to deal with, Detroit, Philadelphia, and Chicago are at the top of the list. What have you ever heard of feminine, friendly, cooperative, submissive women coming from Detroit or Philadelphia? You need to leave Detroit.
He says fair use.
Hey, I got family here. I can't leave yet.
Man, no. That's ridiculous.
I'm gonna say this because I want to answer Jimmy that question. I've only ever dated women from Michigan. Now let me say this. It was all from Detroit. I mean, if you're in the surrounding area, you from Detroit. So yeah, I've dated most of the women I've dated are from this area. And are some of them difficult? Yeah. Are some of them submissive? You know what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna just relegate that to just say like that's all girls in the city of Detroit. But I have seen y'all take pride in being like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Guys take me for granted. They think I'm just a girl, but I'm really what do they say? Like, I'm a real nigga. Like they take pride in acting like niggas.
All right, and we've seen that meme go around too. Like, I don't even know who put that up first. Like, Detroit girls is like real, whatever. But I still feel like it's trade-offs with every type of woman. You know, being that I mostly have dated women from Detroit because I'm in Detroit. But at the same time, even the women outside of Detroit, you may get a little bit of something different than what you get in the Detroit experience, but then it takes away from some of the other stuff that like just culturally you get down with a woman from D. So
I've had friends tell me that they wife ain't here. And I ain't gonna say his name, Des, but he was just like, my wife ain't here. And I was like, wow. So my thing is this, Carl, if you only ever dated women from Detroit, how come you single right now?
I've dated women outside of Detroit. So, but and it's
Dirty
the
said
same.
this shit ain't for the weak.
What? Okay, now if he want to say that, but this
You
is
agree
the
with
thing,
what he's saying then?
But what I'm saying is
You agree
like
with Kevin?
it's other shit that you deal with women outside the D. But in Detroit, yeah, I mean, I think it's a harder edge. But it almost it helped prepare you for dealing with women differently. But even
Why do you
mothers,
have to be prepared to date somebody? Like, why can't I just date you and find the one that I want? Now, this is the funny thing about it. I just watched a girl on live who was talking like a nigga. She was on there like, yeah, bro, these niggas out here talking this and that, and nigga, I got my own bag. Nigga, you come stunting on me, I'll fuck some shit up and show you. I go fuck up a couple racks and whoopty whoop, and I see why you wanna fuck them. I got a fat ass and a fat pussy, and niggas be wanting to trick, but I ain't trying to do all that. But if a nigga do want to trick, she said if a nigga want to trick with him, she still got to be attracted to him. So a nigga can't just fuck you because he got the cash. You got to also like what he look like. You're like,
I think that's always the case.
nah, dog.
I think it's always
Hey,
the case.
if you tricking, you got to take the money, bitch.
No, it ain't Walmart.
Yeah,
what
it
I'm
is.
saying,
You don't get to choose what you like, ho.
what I'm saying is women can always move the goalposts, whatever it may be. So like that's part of adapting to what the fuck going on, bro. Like you ain't no.
He said, where you meet
ain't
your
no
wife
time.
at? Where your wife from?
She is from Rochester.
That said it all right there. I'm going to watch that.
Hilarious.
Yeah, she from Metro Detroit.
I don't hear the ladies, you know what I'm saying? I mean, we got people in here tapping in, but I'm not seeing nobody really saying shit, so I'm assuming. I mean,
This don't exist in Florida. This like the like
I never heard
difficult
Florida
women.
say
No, difficult women don't exist in Florida. You out of your mind. Difficult
exist
women don't
everywhere.
It's a
exist
different type
in
of
Houston.
difficult here.
Okay, now
All men.
What is the
It's
difference?
on all men here.
okay, wait. All right, now,
Hell no.
See, this is where I look at it differently. It's all mad and everywhere, but maybe like we look at it like it's
It's all man everywhere.
like what was the 85 Bears defense? What was that?
The 46 defense,
Yeah,
nigga.
okay.
Oh, 46
Detroit
Bear?
may be like the 46 defense, and other places may be like the 4-3.
And you just named one of the greatest defenses of all time. So to sit here and say it's not level to this shit, you talking about, nigga, yeah, this ain't the Tampa 2 Buccaneers. This the 46 Bear defense. Nigga, they only gave up 13 points that season.
Okay, and you be better prepared for when you go to a 4-3 or 3-4.
Why do you have to be better prepared? You don't train me. Don't be difficult to train me. Like I shouldn't have to be strong or this shit ain't for the weak. Bitch, I'm here to love.
Let me
you. I want
ask-
to be vulnerable.
Can I ask y'all this? What makes a woman difficult? Like what like define a difficult woman?
We went through some of the points in the podcast at the house party. Like I said, sometimes really the communication. So you're speaking to a woman, and then it's like, okay, listen to what I'm saying, and then they're like, okay, but I want to listen to your body language, and you're like, hear me out. But she's listening more to your body language than she's listening to what you're saying. That shit can be difficult. And then furthermore, they want to tell you something, and then they're not going to tell you. They expect you to listen to their body language instead of listening to what they say. And even with that was like Duke's cousin that even said, if you see me, you looking at me all the time, so you should know what I'm thinking and what I'm feeling. And it's like, how do you know that?
They're not acting like that in Little Rock, Arkansas.
I
Certain places,
wholeheartedly disagree.
certain places, bro. Like I said,
All the way.
I can say this from my dealings with dating women down south. I was down south for a while. The women down there do submit. They do submit. They kind of cater more to making sure a man, you know, they gonna have their difficulties. Women gonna have their issues. They gonna be emotional and that shit you gotta come with. But it's like I don't want to have to deal with a bitch talking about, okay, whole ass nigga, I got more money than you. You ain't this, you ain't that. Like coming at you like a nigga would. Coming at you like a nigga would and screaming out, nigga, don't make me call my brother like I ain't somebody's brother. Bitch, somebody call me when they get into it. So it's like, and I know I'm going to the extremes. And when I say this, but I'm just saying, like, I mean, from my small window of dating for women outside of Michigan or just Detroit in general, I mean, they a little harder, and I don't know if it's because of the environment made them like that, but it is just a little different. It's just a different.
But I do got a point on this too, because I spoke with the OG in this Coco the other day. She was kind of on the same topic. I do think one of the big differences here is it's a lot of women, even in my family, that feel as though I don't need no man, I don't want no man. Like, so you kind of got to hop that fence alone. In other places, it's different when women just straight up say, I want a man, and I really feel that I'm better in a relationship. Getting a lot of women from Detroit to say that is damn near like pulling teeth, you know? And women may feel like getting a man to say that it may be like pulling teeth, but like not reversing it. We're just speaking in the woman's space. A lot of women in Detroit are hardcore when it comes to even feeling as though I need a man or I would like a man or I want to be in a relationship. And in other places, when dealing with women, it's even like a different, I want to be with you, I really want to spend time with you. They will explicitly let it be known that I want to build something with you.
They treat you like an option, my G.
Whereas here, yes.
Yeah, they treat you like you're an option. They're like, nigga, you are dispensable. And it's like,
yes.
You know, and I get it. Maybe they coming like that because some dude treated them like they wasn't shit. But it's like, listen, you ain't gotta let me know in 15 minutes you don't gotta be here and you can do this and I can go wherever I want to go. I understand that I'm here because I want to be here. And I don't want to fight with you every day about bullshit. And I don't want to fight with you about money. Okay, cool. You got money. I love that. You got it popping. You doing your thing. You don't need me for shit. Cool. That's great. These are some of the things that made me want to be with you. This is what attracted me to you. You're not a weak woman at all. But my thing is this. Tone it down. You know what I'm saying? If I want to date a nigga, I move to San Francisco.
But they've been groomed in that. That's hilarious. But they've been groomed in that.
In San Francisco.
They've been groomed in that for a while though. It's kind of like that. What's the Biggie in Sky's the Limit? You, my daughter is college plan, so she don't need no man. It's like family even encourages the whole idea of don't be need no man, don't be want no man. You can be okay being single. You know what I'm saying? Like that happens often. So I would say they may come from the perspective of that off jump.
Gemini said that podcast I was speaking of. Good. Oh yeah, this topic. My cousin said, "Hey, what your cousin say? A about? What's she A about?" With her bow-legged self. And like I said, most of the time, bow-legged women are very submissive.
Hilarious.
They're
Okay,
very
definitely. I can't
Walking around
speak
looking
on
like
that.
Forrest Gump with the
I
braces
can't-
on their legs.
I can't speak on that, but
And then when they see a good nigga, they start running, and then their legs.
But even that right there, that's a good topic because usually when you say, would you submit to a man, a woman's response is usually, look, we about to go through this whole scenario.
Let's go through it.
If I'm the man saying, would you submit to a man? What do a woman usually say, Josh?
I wouldn't know. What you mean? I would submit to a man who deserves to be submitted to.
That's it right there. Whereas the whole concept is already basically saying like, look, in reality, you got to prove to me you worth submitting to. So basically, I'm not submitting until you prove you're submission worthy. As opposed to like going into it saying to yourself, and I can't say that, a lot of the women in the South that I've connected with are, because they like the family structure, they're more built around the idea
Of a man being the head of the household.
yeah.
Because they took him away from the household down south. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, we get to this whole thing where they took the man away. So when the man is there, they want to appreciate it and they want to put him on a pedestal and make sure that, you know what I'm saying, he is held up. So up here, they like, you know, men are disappearing, they be in jail, they don't want to be around or whatever. It's like, fuck a man, I don't need a man, he left. So now every man is damn near like, you know what I'm saying, ostracized for that. But like you say, it's like, I just hate to test. Everything you gotta do, I gotta see if you're worthy to be fucked with. I gotta see when I'm fucking with you, should I submit to you? And when I submit to you, are you worthy to lead me? And it's just all these tests after test after test. And it's like, all right, dog, this feel like I'm trying to get into Harvard.
And girls in Brooklyn ain't like that, huh?
I think it's levels to it. I still think the defense, but I guess if Josh was talking, yeah, it's a strong defense. But I mean, Murphy even put it, you know, because they got to be hard with fake tough dudes out here. And now they just been conditioned to have to keep their guard up. That's what he's saying. So they are conditioned to keep their guard up to the point where it's like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes I mean, I think we respond as men, or at least I do, and I think my homeboys do sometimes too. We're responding basically counterpunching kind of how they come at us. So she waiting for us to prove we were submitting to. Until she submit, it's only gonna be so far I'm gonna go because I gotta guard my emotional sanity.
Yeah.
So we end up in this weird loop of like, you know, of the other entity of where women say you just playing games because you ain't taking nothing serious. But it's like, well, shit, how can I take it serious when you ain't opened up the window to allow me to be serious? Because one person is going to have to give in before the other.
And that's the scary part. Everybody is scared to give in because nobody want to look stupid when it don't work. And I always preach this. No matter what happens in a relationship, no matter how many times you've been hurt, I don't care if it's 5, 6, 7, 8, 1,200 times. Like, you're going to find out what love ain't more than you're going to find out what love really is. Like, you know what I'm saying? What real love is, you're going to find it. And that's once. So you're going to find out, like, you're going to date somebody like, oh, no, that ain't what love is. That ain't what it is. I thought it was this then. I thought it was that. Until you meet that person and be like, oh, this is love. So like he just said, for the most part, you're going to get fucked over, or you're going to just not feel like you didn't get what you wanted out of the thing. And you got to just keep going at it. You got to keep loving the same way. That's just only way it's going to work, man. You got to put it all in.
But also, I think too, in that same zone, it it's so like just trying to listening to women can be a very active
Excruciating.
thing. It can be difficult because sometimes you'll meet a woman and one of the first topics, this is usually one of the topics with dating Detroit women. One of the first topics is always, as we get serious, is how long do you want to live here? Do you plan on living here the rest of your life? Do you want to be here? And usually I've found a lot of women say they don't want to be here the rest of their life. So being that I do want to be here the rest of my life, that changes a lot of stuff too. So it's like, okay, how serious can we be? Because I want to move. I got a cousin in Phoenix. I got a cousin in North Carolina. I got an uncle in Atlanta. I got, some ties in New York. I think it'll be a better opportunities in LA or San Diego. So that alone puts a whole new like lens on stuff, period. I think a lot of women that are from Detroit, it's not a lot of roots that are settled. Whereas like a lot of people I know like in Dallas and Houston, I'm speaking on Texas because it seems like a lot of people now is moving to Texas. They are setting their roots up there. So maybe women approach dating differently when they say, this is where I want to be for life.
This is what I heard. Hold on. Gemini just asked. Hold back up. She said, so y'all three single. I'm single. Harry kind of still in the streets, and EJ is married.
I'm married.
He
Yes.
married. He all the way out the game. He not even tripping. He got his. He went to Rochester. He ain't never looked back. Married crew in the building. That man. Oh, you married Gemini? And it's funny you brought up Houston because I've never been to Houston, but I've had people who went, and they say Houston is full of super bad, beautiful, educated women because it's like a bunch of colleges in that area, HBCUs, a bunch of black dollar running around there, like it's just black owned business owners and everything. And they say the women are gorgeous, but they cool as hell, and they got to be because unlike here in a place like Detroit, let's say bad is relative to
Your own taste.
yeah, bad is just, what I'm saying, it's relative to proximity. It's what's around. So in Detroit, let's just say the baddest motherfucker here, she walk around with her nose all up. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, don't talk to me, don't touch me. I got my own money, woody whoop. But in Houston, it's 12,000 of them running around there. And I'm like, and that's undercutting. They bad. And they down there like, these hoes, I heard niggas say, they're like, we pump your gas, like bad bitches working at the Dollar Tree, cashiers.
I can't say from going to Houston.
Nigga, James Harden used to live down there. Them hoes was humble.
From going to Houston, I can definitely say that there are a lot of attractive women, and that is one of the places that I've been where like women they'll Houston, Atlanta, Dallas. These are places where multiple women have approached me like direct, like straight line, not like playing around and the whole thing. Like, hey, you about to buy that? Like I get approached here in Detroit. It's like I got to pick up the context clues. In Houston, it's like, what are you doing? Are you in town? Are you trying to go out and get something to eat tonight? And it's like, damn, this shit, it throws you off kind of. So, and attractive and got shit going. But I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that the women I know that are usually in Houston want to be in Houston. I don't know how many women want to be in Detroit.
But that don't defend your case of being that these women here are a little bit more difficult than they are somewhere else. If you can give me the example of that, you just walking around a PacSun somewhere in the mall. I don't know why you shopping in there, but you a PacSun, and somebody walk up to you and be like, "What are you doing today?" That's never happened in Detroit. No girls ever walked up and seen you,
Never.
And you could be dressed to the nines. Whatever you got on could be whatever. She not coming at you. Not to say that makes you. Not to say that women should do that, but the fact that them women are open to doing that just lets you know that they just a little bit more open to being submissive, in my opinion. These women here, bro, like I don't speak. Like I play these bitches like they play. I act like a bad bitch. They walk around like bad. I say nothing to them. They don't say nothing to me. And then they play it like you act like you don't want to say nothing. It's just like that. Like even at ski weekend. Hold on, pull it down real quick. I want to say it yet. The ski weekend, bro. I'm up there, so I get to mix. I get to meet them all. So the girls from Detroit up there, and they walking around like, they, queen of the ball. And then girls from Tennessee and Houston, they walk around. And, bro, it was up at a certain point. It was like, nigga, I'm about to move to Tallahassee.
Hilarious.
Tell T-Pain, I'm on the way.
Hilarious.
Tallahassee Pain.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, man.
So it's just girls in the South then.
Not necessarily. What we saying is what we saying is, I mean, this is where we differ. I do think that how you look at staying here has a whole lot to do with like how you set your roots and how you do anything. Because like if you looking at it like I ain't gonna be here that long and I really don't want to be here, you're gonna move differently than a person that's like, no, I'm really here and I'm gonna stay. So I assume like a place like Vegas where people probably don't live their whole life, women is probably just as difficult there.
So you making it based upon where they're gonna be living at? Like,
Yeah.
hey, that's just weird.
Well, then,
Because, I mean, it's not even that, bro. Like, you got to think, like, they've been difficult nigga when we was 14. And they didn't know where they was going to be at. Like, they
but
just
even at
difficult.
14,
You add variables to it,
wanted
like, they're going to move and all that. It's like, bro,
at 14, they did not see themselves staying here.
difficulty don't have difficulty. You ain't seen no AKA till you seen Howard U. I went to Howard. I was doing something on the radio down there, and I was down there for, I went to the homecoming. I didn't go. I was just down there when homecoming weekend was going on. I was blessed to be down there, and I caught like the tail end of it, and I was sick that I didn't go to HBCU. It was like that, the Mecca. She said the Mecca.
I mean, even in DC, it's still it's a different vibe. Like approaching
DC
women
was
in
cool,
Detroit, I feel like as a person that used to post COVID, I don't know how this works, but approaching women in Detroit, you definitely got to be on your toes. You can't just walk up. I don't think, at least I don't feel confident enough to walking up to a woman in Detroit and say, hello, I believe you're attractive. My name is Kari, and I would like to find out more about you.
Little pussy nigga, get the fuck from around me. This is how you got to approach a woman in Detroit. You got to walk up to her and say, hey, look, I'm not here to
Bitch.
rob you. I'm not going to rape you. Listen, relax, okay? I just wanted to let you know, yes, I have money. I'm very well off, and I'm down to spend it. And I was just seeing, like, would you want to go get a hookah? Would you like to go to Benihana or something of that nature? I'll pay for everything. I won't touch you. We can go. You can take pictures of the food, not like I'm even there. We're going to hold a conversation, and you don't even have to say nothing back. I'm just going to talk to you almost in a monologue format, and however we play it from that point there. And if you decide to want to keep with me again, then cool. That's how you approach a woman in Detroit.
That's difficult. That takes a lot. But what he's saying is like the what do they call that? That's the pretense of like basically what you have to present through body language, through whatever you got to do, like a joke to break the ice or whatever. What he just said is kind of how you got to deliver that shit. Because if you don't deliver it like that, you definitely can't just deliver it in a square box. Like I think attractive, and I want to find out more
She
about
said
you.
Josh ain't never had to approach somebody like that. Oh, okay, damn. Go back up to what my nigga Murder said. Murder.
this one.
Yeah, these females out here be too a little cocky, a little more cocky, but I think that's just because everybody here feel like they gotta prove shit for some reason. And I give you that. Detroit is a place, man, where I don't know why we got this entitlement, bro, where it feels like, we gotta have more money. I've never been to a place where they call a nigga broke so bad. Like niggas is just everybody walking around here acting like they Jeff Bezos. Nigga, you ain't getting no money. It's like, what do you mean? That we all eating Coney Island, bro? Like, what do you mean? Like, and I guess that conditions make you move like that. So I mean,
Insecurities.
Everybody ego is up. Everybody got their fronts up, and it's like, dog, come on, bro. I mean, like, you can't really be in the city no more like that, nigga. Like, I don't know, bro. It is like that. It's weird. That's why I just don't even get involved, bro. Every rapper in Detroit, man, it's their job to make you feel like you ain't shit when they done rapping.
Basically. I mean, but that whole attitude of flossing, and I think even from women, like, yeah, it make you, it make you like it has the moves that you make where you got to prove a lot. So
it's just too much capping out here in the cities. Don't be competition like it is here. But once we realize we ain't in competition, we can be straight, dog. Because at the end of the day, dog, these ball players is making damn near $1 billion, bro. I don't care how much drugs you sell, how many cars you swipe. But again, I take that back. Like Kari said, I mean, Mahomes got all that money, but if a nigga out here, he got 6 figures and he's spending like that, you'll never know the difference. We going out of town, we drinking the finest shit, we doing what we love to do. Go down. Wish I had some Coney Island. She said, Josh, you ain't never had to approach somebody like that. But you do when you walk up to a woman, maybe this is me. I don't touch them. I keep the conversation like, hey, here. I don't get too close. I speak loud enough, not too loud to scare the bitch, and not too close to where I'm up in her grill. And I just keep it real like, hey, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I seen you over there. I ain't know you want something to drink. I mean, are you good with somebody? You kind of just got to play it like it's almost like playing Operation, dog, and you trying to get that collarbone out. You like, nigga, I don't want to hit this nerve, and this bitch nose light up.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just gotta be. It's like walking. You know what I'm saying? It's like in Bad Boys 2 when they was walking and they had the landmines up.
Mm-hmm.
It's like that, man. Y'all got a lot of landmines. You know what I'm saying? Unless a nigga established, like, you know, I don't know. I ain't gonna lie. I
And I
kind of
think
shit
he
where I
made-
eat a lot. So, you know, after I do comedy, I kind of be like, all right, that ice already broke. You know, you know what I do. You kind of already got a feel for me. So it's like, let me have that pussy.
But even if the ice is broke, you still got to be real mindful. Period. But I think if anything, it's like it's a blessing. So if you can operate here, you know, it just arms you with more skill sets to operate in other places. I mean,
But you don't need them skill sets in Houston. A bitch will pump your gas. Nigga, my niece had a birthday party. We went to Minnie's. I'm walking in, and I guess they didn't know we was a part of the party. So her homegirl had a friend with her, and was like, "Josh, can you pay her way to get in?" So I'm like, "All right, I guess." And it was like $30. And I was like, "All right, fuck it, I'm just paying 30. It's my niece's birthday." Luckily we had to pay the 30 because people who knew us here knew we from the party. It was like, just tip old girl. So I tipped. I threw some money in there. Old girl didn't even say thank you.
yeah.
And that in my head is like, at the very least, you give a nigga, you touch a nigga like, "Oh, thank you, I appreciate that." I didn't have to spend no money on you, homegirl.
That definitely money. I don't know if that's a just Detroit thing. I gotta think about my Rolodex, but
Maybe man, nigga.
You- your money. I think the average woman probably don't even know how much dates be costing sometimes.
It's real
Because they
shit.
ain't taking themselves out. What you say, EJ?
No, what I was gonna say was the only thing, because you said I want to go back to your point about like how you're saying like people don't want to stay in Detroit
Yeah.
because he said women are difficult in Chicago too, and them bitches don't never leave Chicago. So it's like, what's the difference? What do you think the difference is
Okay.
there?
Okay, now want to leave versus actually leaving are two totally different things.
What you
You
mean?
kind of feel what I'm saying? Because like mentally in your mind, if you don't want to be here, you're gonna move differently. So like if you think I'm not gonna be here, then it's like, why would I date Detroiters and all of that stuff? Now you may stay here for your whole damn life. You may live to be 100 years old and stay in your same city. But mentally, you like, I'm in this city, but I really am in LA. I'm in San Francisco. I can't wait till an opportunity presents itself so I can move to another country.
I guarantee you they
So,
never move there. Bro.
period.
I guarantee you, if you go to Detroit, I guarantee if you go to Atlanta or if you go to wherever they're moving to, you can tell. Like that's just
So
something
she
built
from
in
the
them.
D.
I guarantee you, it may take some time for after a while. They're like, "Who is this mean
But-
bitch over here eating turkey legs?"
But time out. I do have this experience. I don't know if you had this experience.
Give it to 'em.
Have you ever went down to Atlanta and hooked up with somebody, a woman you knew from Detroit after she'd been in Atlanta for like a year and a half?
Mhm.
Because that's happened to me a couple times where it's like, damn, in the D, she wouldn't even want to, like, in the D, she was busy. She had all this shit to do. Now I just happen to, like, you know, shoot the text. You know, I'm like, yo, I'm in the ATL. And then it's like in my inbox, hey, what you doing? What you want to do? I can pull up. And it's like your whole attitude shifted because you in a market with way more women, way less
And that's what I
men.
said.
So it humbles them
Yeah.
because they've adjusted. You know, they've adjusted to the market and they usually end up
It's
coming
like-
back to the D.
It's like that athlete who was the man in his high school.
But now
And
you
then
go
they
to
go to
college.
college, and he like, these niggas running 4.2s.
Yeah.
Then you go back and you just coach your high school team, and you,
Yeah.
you just with the nigga that
Yeah.
did it. But the funny thing about that is, and it might even go against my point. I'm trying to make no point. I'm just telling you my perspective. My guy went out to Houston and did his thing or whatever, and they ran into some chicks from Detroit, and the chicks was like, "Niggas out here so lame," and so they kind of miss niggas from the crib. So it's just like if y'all just figure out to just simmer down some, man, and melt some of that ice, and let's just figure it out. You can build with you a nigga from around the way. You know what I'm saying? Do y'all open doors for women all the time? And I regret it.
Hilarious. I don't regret it.
I
but
regret it because it's like you walk. I mean, I guess it is. You know what I mean? A gentleman's supposed to do that, but it's like, and this the funny thing about this, Gemini. And I ask women this: what do y'all do? That shit. What is a woman's version of chivalry?
And that's what's so risky too, because as a man, damn near anything they do, anything we do, they think we trying to smack. So it's usually like older women that appreciate shit like that. If you open the door for like a woman that's like 60 and above, she'll be like, "Thank you, young man," or something like that, or it'll be like, "You're looking handsome today, young man," or something like that. Whereas a woman your age, or in the possibly you would smack it, age range, the way they even interact with you is like.
So I guess so now when you're doing chivalrous things for women, you gotta open the door and be like, I'm not trying to fuck you.
Basically, yeah.
I don't want none of that pussy. I was just raised right.
Yep. And even when you say that, they still don't think.
Nigga, I believe you want some of this pussy.
They still don't think.
You so sweet, yellow Care Bear and all. Yeah, I definitely got that bitch a Care Bear. And she's from Mississippi. But that just show you when a woman's fed up, it ain't nothing you can do about it. Word to my nigga R. Kelly. La da 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 da. What that bitch like? La oh la da da.
Hilarious. But yeah, I mean and then this is the other weird thing.
ATL got some baddies. They do. It's bad. It's beautiful women. It's beautiful women all over. And I will say this: we got some of the most beautiful women on earth.
Yeah.
But I will also say, attitude takes you down a notch or two for me. So you can be a 9, because in reality, that's really it's not too many 10s in the world. You can be a 9 naturally, you know what I'm saying? But once your attitude ain't right, it kind of brings you down to about a 6 to me. I don't care how fine you is. You can be Rihanna. If you got your attitude fucked up, it knock you down to me, dog. It's like, what am I talking to you for? If you got this whole attitude, your face crunched up, none of that shit mean nothing. You just a bad bitch, and you're like you got a shit all the time. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm good on you. I'd rather be with a 7 who just cool as shit. Yeah. A 6 that's cool as shit.
I mean, yeah, because at the end of the day, you kind of just want to kick back and be cool versus having to deal with the whole fact that like every step of the way, I feel like I have to prove something. It has to I feel like I have to prove that I got the most entertaining shit that you want to do, or what you're most interested in. Take you to the restaurant that you really want to go to, travel to the places you want to travel to, buy you the gift that you want. You know what I'm saying? Help you with whatever else. It's like, God damn, this shit is exhausting.
All you just got to do is have a good time. That'd be all I want to do. Like, I don't need nothing else. I don't need I just want to show up and you just have your smile is confirmation enough to me to be like, that we having a good ass time. That's all we really be wanting, man. Like, at the end of the day, it would, like, as long as you happy and I think you had a good ass time, it's like, nigga, I did it, nigga. Touchdown. You ain't gotta say nothing else to me. Niggas don't need much, dog. We really just sincerely want y'all to be happy, dog. But yeah. I'm on my way to Rochester, cuz.
Rochester.
How far is that? That's about 45.
Right up 75, my brother.
I'm about to go play in a blizzard, dog.
But I think
bow-legged blizzard. White girls with bow-legged, or that is black?
No, I think it's
nowadays.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? They evolved over the years, bro.
But
Janae Aiko and them. Look at Chris. Look at. I remember girls were so mad at this nigga, Big Sean. They was like, "Why would you go do that?" I'm like, he been around black woman his whole life, and they probably was like, "Look, you can't rap. Look, you ugly." And now this nigga went and started meditating. He gained some weight, started lifting, and then he met Janae Aiko. And look at her. All she do is praise this nigga, talk about how good his dick is. It probably ain't even like that, but she just tell him your dick is the best. You rap better than Drake. Like, she just said all this great shit to this nigga behind the scenes, and this nigga be a number bro. His skin clear. His mama used to be his grandma used to be the chief of police around here. And y'all just don't appreciate it.
But I mean, I think all of that kind of go back into that can be hard for women to do, because even on this podcast alone, we've heard women say, "I did that for a man. I used to do that for a man, and then I got shitted on, so I'm never doing that again." So some of the guard comes up from their past heartbreak or their past experiences. So, I the hardcoreness, when you ask about their hardcoreness, they will tell you this is why I'm hardcore.
But what if you sit here and say, because they always say the definition of insanity is doing the same thing and expecting a different result. You've been living like this for so long. When do you just say, all right, this way ain't working and I should probably open up and try to get something different, my G? Like, that's just kind of how I look at it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but I don't think a lot of women even know how to, like,
you got like
Gemini. Like, okay, Gemini. How do women approach me? And because most women don't know how. How and you're married, but what do you think is the best way to approach a man? Like, if a woman's interested in a man, What should she do? And what's the proper way to
When
end
you out
it?
on the girl, when you on a girl trip with your homegirls and you out here playing single out in Tulum or wherever y'all do that at, how you cut it? Because
Yeah.
I think women should just, while we waiting on their answer, I legit just think women just gotta because submitting comes natural to them. That's why they hate to do it. And they try hard to put these words. It's like you want to do this thing because it feels right. Just like it feels right for me. Any woman I'm around, I'm trying to protect. I just feel right protecting them. You understand what I'm saying? It just comes naturally to me to like, if niggas is tripping, to put them behind me. Like, nigga, like I said, they got the fight in that, what's it called? I grabbed T-Bar and I grabbed the bitch that wasn't T-Bar. Like, bitch, I don't know, you get on. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, that comes natural to a man to buy you something, to take care of your food. So to them, submitting comes naturally. And I know it feels good. It's like, come on, dog.
But it's
Wait for
very
response.
hard. She said proper submission. Expand
that
on
mean?
it. So like, how do you even show him that it's proper submission? We slow here. Like, we don't know what that means. But I do think a lot of this shit deals with like their insecurities, match with our insecurities. So like I say, it ends up being like a cycle for two people that just don't know.
She old school.
I choose and I don't speak and wait for him to make the first move. So basically, without
You don't smile, you don't twirl your hair, you don't
how do I know?
you
How do
don't
I know that I'm chosen?
you don't poke that ass out towards the nigga, you don't stare at him, you just sit there and expect that nigga to be like, hey man, this girl over here ain't speaking to me, man. I probably should make the first move. It's unheard of.
Because if that, then we think we a creep. Because that's the other thing. We got that whole label of being a creep, and women label it damn near seem like you talk to women, 95% of men are creeps.
Bro, I saw the coldest meme the other day this girl put up. And she said, if you like me, get in my inbox. Because how else I'm supposed to know? She said, because scared dicks don't get sucked.
Hilarious.
I was like, you got that. You did that. A simple combo ain't shit to show interest for me. That's what I'm saying. All of it.
Simple combo.
I guess she said she do all of it.
So interesting.
She said she do all of that. So I guess she twirls her hair around and then she poke her ass out. And
Well,
I
you
love-
just said you gave all those clues. What do you do? You just saying all of it.
You're right. I gave her the game, and I guess I gave her the answer to that. So I answered.
So what is it that women should do? Like, if you were to give a woman context clues, especially in this whole Me Too era, and men got shit to lose, shit, you pick up the wrong context clue because that's the other angle of it. It's a lot of dudes that are sitting saying, well, maybe she's just silent and just overstepping their bounds, and now they in the creep zone.
And that's the worst shit ever. You don't ever want to be coming off as on creep. I found a great one. Been loyal. Been loyal for years. Well, congratulations. I'm glad you loyal to somebody.
Right.
And that's what we all trying to send to. Everybody trying to find that, man. Like I said, I'm in Detroit, so I'm assuming she's here. And I'm gonna travel. I mean, you know what I'm saying? And if she's there, she's there. But I don't know. Kevin saying I don't know. And all the places he named is on the list for murder capital. So I don't know if that's got to be some wrong dude will mess up everything or girl. But like I said, at the end of the day, I don't know. I mean, maybe it has something to do with how we raised, where we at. Maybe the hard exterior is like, you can't let everybody in because you never know. Maybe it's more of a safety thing more than it is like a heart to protect that. So, I'm not gonna say Cuz was wrong, but I can see what he can. When he said that, I was like, man, he ain't really off. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've only ever dated black women, and I've only ever dated women that's from Michigan. And when I say Michigan, the Detroit area, cuz you know what I'm saying? Like, that's all I know.
You got the Mississippi.
Outside of them, and that was one chick, and she got me together. Like the rest of these hoes got me together. So it's like, but she was way more like nigga. She was way more submissive. So shout out to her.
I want y'all to talk about submissive too, because I want. What does submissive mean to y'all? Like, because that should be confused. It's like, did she just let you do whatever you want? Like, what does that even mean? You just smack her around a little bit?
No,
What?
no, never that. Let a man be a man.
What does that mean?
Like, let me take care of the stuff that needs to be taken care of. If we hear something downstairs, you stay up here. Let me figure this shit out, because if you come down here now, I got to worry about what happened to you and what's going on down here. Like, if it's a problem, don't panic. Trust that I'm gonna take care of it, whether that's today or if I gotta make payment arrangements. But let me be a man and don't feel like, because I didn't come through in the clutch right then and there that I failed. Like, you know what I'm saying? Submit and let me lead. Everybody's leadership is different. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just really comes down to that because women want to be so much in control and at the same time want you to be in control. It's like, well, damn, at what point do I get to fly the plane? At what point do I get to fly the plane when you like, well, go here and go there? It's like, well, you take the motherfucking plane and fly this bitch. Because you keep telling me what to do. I'm a capable pilot, bitch. I can fly this bitch upside down. Fly.
What's that?
That's that Denzel shit.
Yeah, but in reality, what Josh just said, that's what submission is. It's having a willingness to trust, and if you don't trust, have faith in me to make the situation best. You know,
Even if I don't
it's
get it right
one
the
of
first
those
time.
situations where you're not gonna keep questioning or keep prying or keep bringing up old shit or whatever. It just like you're gonna let go and say, all right, he's not gonna leave me broke, ass out, and destitute. And it's weird because I think from my dating experiences, I hear some of the most fucked up stories about what men have done to women, to the point where it's like, okay, I understand why you got this guard up. But at the same time, it's like, why are we even still here? Why are you entertaining interacting with me if you ain't ready to try some new shit? Because if you gonna blame me for some shit that the last dude did, then why the fuck are we even trying this shit? Like, what the fuck?
How far into meeting a new woman do you know she's submissive?
Actually, I think it comes off bail. From my experience, it comes off bail. Like when a woman is like basically step one is off rip. She ain't gonna say no shit like I don't need no man. So off rip, if she's more intentional, like I want a man, I want you in my life, I see you be in places. It's so great. I would love to just be there, have you there with me. There's been times where women be like, can you go? I'm buying a new washer and dryer. Can you come with me? I'm buying a new car. Can you come with me? I don't want to be taken advantage of. I know they sometimes look at me differently, and I trust you. You'll be there with me. I want to get some new tire sets. And it's like, okay, I can do that shit. You know what I'm saying? It's dope. Versus, I got so much shit to do. And then sometimes I end up in that situation anyway, and it goes further down the line. Where it's like, I may have set the whole play up differently. It's like, shit, I may have just went to the tire shop I know. And then if I go to the tire shop I know, I'm going to put some money in on it. If I don't buy them, shit's my damn self,
Yeah. She said, what's the best thing a woman has done for you? Give me children. Shout out to the 2 women that have given me my 2 daughters. But I'm sure you mean outside of that. The best thing that a woman has ever done for me was really try to be there as far as like what I got going on, as far as like my whole life situation, like having kids, being understanding of that, my career. And just really, I had a woman who definitely was trying to be the foundation that I needed, but it's just harder. It's hard. She was young too. So it was hard for her to like, she don't have none of this shit that I got. Like she ain't got no reason. I got kids, so I have to dedicate my time and my resources to that. Then I got my career. Then I got to work. So all of these things I have to feed that and funnel that back into. And she can freely go and do whatever she want to do. No kids, got all her money that she want to do with it, still chasing her shit. So at the end of the day, she was trying to be a part of something that was just like, she was like, why though? Is it worth it? And it really is a worth it situation. But she made a decision, and there's no right or wrong decisions. It's just the ones we make.
I agree. Some of the best things I can say the best gift was, and it's funny because I love the Steelers. It was during like that last Super Bowl run. One of my homegirl, but we was dating at the time. But she got me a terrible towel, and she got me like some other Steelers gear. But she knew I fucked with them heavy, so it was like dope as hell that she got that, and she knew that I wanted that. But she also listened and understood other quirky things about my personality. Like she knew, yeah, he gonna need a lot of time. You know what I'm saying? But then when we together, I'm gonna get all his time. So she understood the flow of the on and off of what we was, And in reality, though we was like premise on like fuck buddies for a better, for lack of a better term. It's like we started there, so we kind of stayed there. But she was cool as hell. It was like, damn, it was hard to like transition that, especially at that younger age, to like, okay, how you transition this? Because I really fuck with her, But that was a good situation. But as I've grown older, I feel like I've gotten better situations as I've become better at communicating with women and understanding women. And a lot of my understanding and communication kind of comes from the observation of recognizing, rest in peace to my mom, the other women in my family, like just replaying the women I know in life and how they engage with everything in life, like where just being present and paying more attention, just paying more attention has led to better connections with all women, top to bottom.
Yeah,
And that's in business, romance, everything.
I don't have a great relationship with my mom, so it's probably right why my dealings with women are weird too. So I gotta take that in consideration. Is there a submissive turnoff? I don't think it is. I don't think it is because it's just one of those things where it's like it's going you're gonna feel more like a man. Like I don't. If it is, I don't know. Y'all might be able to tell me something like, what's a submissive turnoff?
I think
like,
it's the same thing that men sometimes do and women always complain about.
it's only a turnoff if it's somebody you don't want.
I was gonna say no. The turnoff is the throwing in your face. Like if a woman is submissive, it's the same thing. Like if a man does something for a woman after she submitted. So like if I throw in your face, like I did this for you and that for you, and it's like, well, I wanted you to do that, you know. And it's the same thing if a woman throws in your face, well, I don't never let a man do this, and I don't never let a man do that, and it's like,
But just to back that up, then I don't think she was being submissive. She was doing that to just throw that in your face. I think when you do something submissive, it ain't no strings attached, and you do straight up doing that because that's what you want to do, and that's what it's about. So she would never be like, well, I get all this and then all that. It's like, oh, well, then that just took away everything that it was. You didn't really want. You didn't do that because that's what you wanted to do. You did it to say like, all right, I did these things. This should equal that.
So I never asked a man for money, but I asked you for money, so you should feel privileged.
Oh no, hell no. A lot of women today, not all, want a man to jump over several hurdles to prove they're worthy. But meanwhile, they think they shouldn't have to make your plate at the family function. Laugh out loud. And that's funny, Car, that you say that because we talk about that all the time. We were just talking about that earlier about women. Like you have to be like, all right, you have to be attractive. Now you have to be cool enough for me to be around you, and for me to go out with you, I gotta feel safe around you. And then for me to submit to you, you have to show that you have some type of skills to be a leader. And all this whole time, I'm looking at you like, all right, I'm just attracted to you. I want to kick it with you. So it's like, I don't know if our vetting process ain't shit or if y'all's just too strenuous, but you always gonna be lonely if you don't make a nigga play.
Okay. I forgot too much. Yeah. I mean, if she's too needy, and I guess I look at two things. I look at submission different than needy. Submission is just like letting you play. You know, it's like I look at relationships as the woman's the quarterback and I'm the coach. Let me be the coach. Like at certain times, yeah, you're gonna call your own play, but at the end of the day, I'm the coach, so I'm gonna call the play. You gotta trust the play. Don't let me call the play, and then you get to the huddle and be like, "Hey, fuck that shit. I'm auto out of this." You're not Aaron Rodgers. You know what I'm saying? We are running the offense that we built. Now I'm gonna build an offense that works with you well, but the last thing we doing is do not call out a play that I specifically set up. Because if you trust in what I'm doing and you submitted to what I'm doing, then you trust that I'm calling the right play with all the available information, and I already thought about the way you play quarterback.
Exactly. We're not the Chicago Bears. That ain't how we run shit around.
Chill out. Chill out, nigga.
We're a real franchise.
Chill out, nigga.
6 Super Bowls.
Chill
Fire
out,
nigga.
nigga. Chill out,
6 Super
nigga.
Bowls. Fuck that hat, nigga.
Come on,
Fire,
man.
nigga.
Chill out, nigga. Both of y'all niggas chill out.
They was saying
Aaron Rodgers on y'all niggas. Do you like it when she runs the touchdown play? I mean,
I mean, if I set up a play, we trying to score a touchdown.
you trust us. I do.
Yeah.
Put it like this. If I'm kicking it with you, I'm going to trust you. I'm going to give you all the trust. You get this built-in trust, and then you earn more as we go along. So you get the allotted amount of trust when I first kick it with you. So I'm going to trust you to do and take care of things like you say you're going to take care of it. And yeah, like, man, hell yeah, I trust. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to be with somebody long if I can't trust them. I feel like, you know what I'm saying, you moving in a way like money-wise or just like, you know, with your well-being or even like how you might deal with your kid. Like if I look at you, I'm like, okay, so if I don't think you raising your kid right, why would I be with somebody that I don't have a kid with them? Or you gonna possibly be around mine and you're not gonna make the best decisions. You know what I'm saying? Over here, I ran QB at Oak Park. Did you have a sex
Josh
change?
is trash.
Sex change.
What if this one of the niggas I play football with? That nigga had a sex change. I'm proud of. Oh, y'all.
Yo.
Submission does not equal weak. Men just want feminine women, most definitely. And my thing is this: I would never, ever, ever, ever. I'm not gonna run over you because you submissive. That's not the thing, like, bro. I mean, and as a man, you just like you immature for taking advantage of somebody like that. Like, nigga, that's what it is. No flag girls. Oh, okay. Shout out to you. She's a flag girl.
Yeah.
Said she played quarterback.
Hey, you got that joke about flag football. That's hilarious.
Yeah, man. That was what I did just for a special because I had to get some money that time. So I just made it for hours. And it was pretty good, my dog. And the funny part about that is the day I did that in Sandusky. Not Sandusky.
You did that in Notre Dame.
In Notre Dame. What's that? What city is that in?
South Bend.
South Bend. And Kevin Hart was on Saturday Night Live that day, and that's when he put that dress on.
Hilarious.
He played that little girl, some little girl.
Mm.
Shout out to Kevin Hart, man. So, I mean, did we touch on all that? Did we touch on everything we need to touch
Speaking
on?
of shout out to Kevin Hart, yo, man, dope ass movie, that true story in a dramatic role, even though he's sort of loosely playing Kevin Hart in the premise is a big time comedian, but him and Wesley Snipes was dope as hell in that, man.
I heard it was good, man. I ain't watched it yet, man. It don't seem like he can do nothing wrong right now. Kevin on fire. Shout out to Cuz, man. I like to see this is black excellence. Like, you know what I'm saying? He putting it down, man. Like he is not letting up.
It's a dramatic thriller. I don't want to spoil too much of it. You probably gonna see it as it unfold, but him and Wesley Snipes definitely one of my favorite actors of all time. They play hella roles. They play hella roles in that. You know, said Flipper from Jungle Fever. I love Jungle Fever too.
Niggas in he was Flippy. He's Candyman.
Candyman. He was definitely. Even though in Jungle Fever, though, for the people that don't know revisionist history, it took a while. It took a while for him. Originally, he was not looking to engage in the Jungle Fever. He turned her down a couple of times. He wanted to hire a black woman, not a white woman or an Italian woman, a Sicilian woman.
But that's funny, man. That's funny. How long did it take your wife to submit to you, EJ?
I mean,
Wow, word, something like
it is a wild word.
Horse, like, how long did it take for her to trust you enough to feel like you could leave her? That's better.
Well, I think one of the key things was when me and my wife met, we worked together. We were both bartenders, and one of the things we used to do was like just the way we communicated with each other during that, like how easy it was, how how we divided the money up, how like I got an actual story. So like it was our first year anniversary and my car got a boot on it that day. I was part, you know what I'm saying? They towed my shit, right? So like she came and she was just like, I just pick up some extra shifts, you know what I'm saying? We get this paid off right away, you know what I'm saying? And that's when I knew it was just like, yeah, that's how I knew I could, I could trust her. She'll pick up the slack when needed. You know what I mean? Like it's just always kind of been that like that give and take. You know what I mean? Like it's just been super easy. So like, it was right away. I never had a problem, bro. That's the easiest part of my life, bro. So.
Well, I'm about to hear straight up. That's North.
Yeah,
Rochester, dog.
Is
Rochester, dog.
I mean, I don't, man. Like, I mean,
give me a food truck. $12 peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Like, look, white, black, whatever, dog. But like the fact of the matter is, man, the shit is easy, bro. Like that's how it's supposed to be. Like, y'all talk about submissive and whatnot. Like, it's just like what Carl was saying. She let I'm the coach, she the quarterback, whatever, and so far, nigga, we were in first place, nigga.
And so much of it, I think, kind of a lot of it kind of deals with trust, period. But I mean, it's all relationships, family, business, all that shit. Like sometimes you go on both, different people got positions, but it's going to be some give or take and whatever. But at the end of the day, that faith and that trust has to kind of be there.
Yeah.
But it's hard. And I recognize it because from some of the stories I hear, whether I'm sure it's, like they say, it's three sides to a story.
Mm-hmm.
But you still interpret the shit. And some of the shit women have been through is some shit. And some of that is just due to, I think, some of their vetting process. And some of our vetting processes is men. When I say their vetting process, meaning the men that the hurdles they put in place, and the men that are willing to hop those hurdles. I don't want to say they dirtbag dudes, but they just wasn't ready for some of the situations they end up with.
I don't think Rihanna gonna ever be able to really submit to A$AP Rocky because she taller than him.
Mm.
And she weigh more than that nigga.
But it's different stuff. It's
And when
like
your nigga rapping his hair, it's like, how you gonna really feel like when you come to the bathroom, you rapping this shit putting in the scarf?
but so like I look back to situations, real life situations, like being in situations where like shacking up. So like living with a woman, shacking up intentionally is different than shacking up on some old like, damn, she need a place to stay. I've been in that situation before. And that was a situation where it was harder for her to submit, but it was harder for me to even like engage in that situation. So like planning how you execute it, but children are born, people live together differently, people share resources differently. Like, I mean, it'd be some real shit that be happening in relationships, especially when you sharing that intimacy of sex and that time together.
Bro, living together was the best idea for like me and my wife, because that's how I knew immediately, bro. Like, and I think I always say like live with the girl, bro. You'll find out very quickly if she's like,
Right.
worth being with, bro. Like,
How did y'all plan on living it? How did y'all end up?
so we was dating for about almost like 8 months or so, almost a year. It's not that long, but I guess the timing had worked out where I was about to move out. She was getting done with school, so we're just like, why don't we just move in together? You know what I mean? Because it's like we're gonna be together anyway all the time. So it's like let's just and I've lived with a girl before, and that I live with her, and that ended the relationship pretty much. When our lease was up, nigga, I was out.
Wait.
You had two different examples of it didn't work here, but then it did work here.
Exactly, yeah.
But okay, and talk about the first situation, but it sounds like in this situation with your wife, it was intentional. It was like your lease was coming up.
Mhm.
She was going to need to move. So y'all both sought out a place. It's not like a person moved into another person's house per se.
Oh, no, yeah. No, it wasn't that. But the first time when it didn't work out, I had got an apartment and I just told my girl, hey, come live with me. And that is why I ain't with that bitch no more. Shout out Brittany.
Damn.
Shout out to Hunger. Was she white?
She was.
If my nigga ain't shit else, he consistent. He's like, no, man, I don't mess with the raccoon. I don't do that. Gemini said, ever been with a girl who like to fight? I mean, fight as far as argue or put hands. And put it like this, I've had hands put on me about 3 times. So I think I'm 0, 2, and 1.
I got hands put on me before.
Yeah, I'm 0, 2, and 1. I never won because I'm not gonna put my hands on you. I'm chivalrous. But at one time, my baby mama hit me, and I kind of threw my arms to like block her, and she fell back, and she seen that strength on her, and she bars down. But she wanted the L's too, though. Oh, my baby mama. But I'm not gonna really put hands on, because it's like I get you together. But it was like, all right, I'm 0, 2, and 1 because I'm chivalrous. But that one was like she hit me, and I kind of just defended myself. That likes to fight other on your side. Meaning
like tag teaming bitches or like.
Search results.
Damn, Kari over here.
Search results.
I see these hoes at. Y'all versus everybody. Yeah. Well, you know how women are. They just very, very like. Sometimes a lot of women I have to call them down. Like, listen, chill. You ain't got to spaz on that bitch like that. Like, I like that. You like to have a girl that got a little ghetto shit to her where she go the fuck off. Like, bitch, don't talk to him like that. Chill out. Yeah. I love it, but don't do all that right now. You know what I'm saying? It's a Chinese food restaurant. Yeah, I've had that. That's all good, man. But that's a lot of stuff we got to get out of our system too, because it's a time and place for everything. But you don't want somebody who's just a live wire going off all the time.
No, but I also think it's like other like chemistry too. So a woman that may be argumentative with this dude may be cool as hell with me, just depending upon like vibes too. So I do think people are different in different relationships just based on the foundation. The foundation matters a whole lot. And that is one of those differences too. I think the beginning matters way more to men than it does to women.
The beginning of what?
the relationship, how we met, how we start, what the lead up is.
You don't think women appreciate that? Because I think they really hold on to a lot of that stuff.
Nah, because I think because we're the ones pursuing. So,
But they remember that. Like, I remember when you walked up on me, we was at wherever, and you came over, this is what you said, and whoop-de-whoop.
they do. But a man, you know, as being a man, like we can hold certain shit in from, you know, hopping them hurdles from the beginning. Like we feel like, damn, you made me hop all these fucking hurdles when I was gonna get here anyway. Why the fuck you put me through all this shit? Whereas the woman remembers it, so like definitely it's significant, but it ain't like
I take that
I don't know if she
differently.
holding
I look
on
at that
to it.
differently. Than like I think about all them hurdles you put me through, and I be sitting there like, look at you over here eating this dick. That's how I be. I be like, you did all that bullshit, and no, we ain't gonna do that, and doing all this. Look at you now, tearing up,
Gobbling.
Tearing up. Hilarious.
Gobble, gobble.
Hey man, oh, do anybody? Okay, before we get out of here, the simp. Do we have a simplified?
A simplified.
Do we have a simplified
EJ, you ain't told them
for the 1st of December? Oh, he was a simp when he let that girl move in his house.
Tell that story then.
So
For the people don't know, we do a simplified is when we give stories about when we were simping, and we break it down as we should.
The only simp story in this time, and it wasn't even, this is a whole different time from me moving in with homegirl, was just this. Shout out to Kendra, I think her name was, and we were.
White, wasn't
This one wasn't white. No,
Oh.
this was.
Get him,
Come
Kendra.
come on now. I told you it's a pie chart, nigga. It's different. It's different people on this graph. It's just mostly white. But anyway, I was at the bar and
Go ahead.
I showed up. It's just one of them times where like I showed up with the girl and I'm trying to get I'm trying to get in, you know, I'm trying to, you know, get with her or whatever. I'm talking to her, I'm buying her drinks or whatever. And then I guess the conversation just got stale or whatever, dog. And then like just some other niggas showed up. It was a group of dudes, and and then they came in and fucking like she just went over and just said, "Hey, what's up?" And I'm thinking it's cool, so I'm just buying some more drinks. I'm just sitting there by myself, and then just time just go by, bro. Just time.
How many drinks? How many drinks did it go by before you realized?
I had no. It was.
she wasn't coming
It
back?
was some. It was a few, my nigga. It was like you start getting on your phone. I start
Like
watching.
Beer One.
Yeah, Beer One. I'm watching YouTube videos now, nigga. I'm fucking.
So you drink Beer One real fast.
Yeah.
Beer Two, you drink it like slow.
Bruh, you know, you start going to the bathroom 100 times. You know what I'm saying? Just trying to pass the time or whatnot. You fucking So I'm doing that. I'm walking back and forth. I'm trying to act like I see other friends at the bar and shit. Like I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Fucking
That's funny. Nigga try to stand in her vicinity so she might look over there and see it. Nigga like, you stand over
Right,
there.
you know-
Come back over here.
right. Nigga come sit down next to me. I'm like,
the ice that melted in. She's like, this hurt. She's like, nigga, I don't want to wear that shit.
yeah, right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but and then just about it was a smooth hour pass, bro. And then she just come up to me and she was like, "Yeah, I'm probably just gonna leave with them if that's all right." But I had a lot of fun and like I was just, oh, that I don't, yeah, that one was a rough one, bro. And yeah, I mean that's the only one I could think of off the top of my head, bro. But what I can say, bro, is just make sure you go and fuck that bitch if you gon' do something with her, bro.
Yeah, that's the hard part about being a simp, dog, is that you really nowhere near the pussy.
You are nowhere near,
Yeah,
but
that's the hard part.
but sometimes it feel like it's right there, bro.
It's like trying to block a field goal. It's like I run my hardest, maybe I can block this bitch and turn the game. And you look back and kick, and that bitch going through. Why do I do this every time?
Every time, bro.
I never blocked this bitch.
Yeah.
So EJ was a simp, man, and
I got a song, old school song of the day.
old school
Oh,
song of
Lord.
the day, Corey finna give us. What do we got?
Okay. I don't even know when this song was
I
made.
wanna thank you.
I like that
Heavenly
song.
Father.
Shout out to
that
Alicia
shit.
Myers.
Yep. But no, this let's see if you remember this shit. You ever heard this song?
Y'all niggas is
If y'all can name
92.
this song, let me know. Tickets to the next show free.
And pull up the lyrics on this. Miles J, Let's Start Love Over.
Well, nigga, you just gave him the name, nigga, so now they can't guess it.
Oh yeah, good point.
So never, man. Fuck
Well,
y'all.
Pull up the lyrics of this shit because I
What-
fuck with the lyrics on this.
What is what?
Miles J?
Pull up
M-I,
the lyrics. Damn, Rihanna
M-I,
33.
like Miles, and J with an E.
Oh, like this.
No.
Miles J.
Yeah, there you go. All right, and then let's
What the fuck is
let's
this
start
nigga,
Love
dog?
Over. Hey, let's start Love Over lyrics. Let's start Love Over lyrics.
Start. Here we go.
All right,
Here we
some
go.
lyrics. All right, so
Let's start love over.
you and I. All right, so basically it's like if we don't take our time, but let's go to the hook. Let's see. Let's start Love Over. Let's make it do or die. Let's start Love Over. Back to the way things were. You know.
Let's start over. I said over, yeah. I want to start love over. Yes, I do. Yeah, girl, let's start love over again. Over, yeah. I
When
wanna
did she
start
come
love
out?
So it's basically it's like, you know, he basically saying, you know, I'll forget about him if you can forget about her. Let's start shit over.
Oh, so
again.
they both bullshit. But the
Mm.
great thing about this is that the nigga can never forget that. Like a girl can get mad, but I don't think the nigga can. A nigga can like,
Start Love Over again.
because then in your head when you fucking, you like this pussy just feels a little bit used. You know how you be hitting your girl and you like, this little pocket, I never used like this never felt like this in this corner over here. There's just a little bit more room in here. Like, why is this pussy so roomy?
So roomy. I don't think
It's like
ever
it was like, when did you open this door up in
It's
here?
never like that.
Yeah, it is. This
But
nigga
it's
remodel
like-
this pussy.
Forget it. It's like, you know what I'm saying? I'll forget about him and you can forget about her. You know what I'm saying?
It sound right, but I don't think that's
Look.
ever the case.
It began so small. So now we know where we stand with our love against the wall. We're gonna try to be everything I
Now
can.
you see what he just said. It began so small. Talking about how that pussy was small before, and now that bitch all stretched out. And he like, bitch, but I mean, I can stand in this motherfucker. So big.
If you put your love and trust, in me, we can take it back. Just give me your hand. So basically, it's like saying like resetting the whole thing. Two people can stay together. It's a stay together song, you know. And I don't know when did that shit come out?
So what's his nigga name?
Miles J.
This was Miles J version of Simplified.
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
He was simping lyrically on here. He was like, I want to come here and sound like a complete fool on this song, man. When did this song come out?
Let's see.
1987.
87.
This bitch was fucking LT. Miles Taylor was tearing that pussy out the frame, man. That nigga was all coke, fucking the shit out this nigga Miles girl. She was like, this nigga fucking this bitch. He had a lightning bolt hanging from his ear. He had that little chain with a lightning bolt. That nigga was fucking her before he played Philadelphia.
I think Miles J was straight.
Nah, he
You know
could have
what
been
I'm
straight,
saying?
but I'm saying, no, but LT was tearing this bitch out the frame. That nigga hate the Giants to this day.
The Giants to this
Hey,
day.
man, fuck him. He can't even watch any given Sunday. He's like, man, this nigga in this.
Hilarious. You know what I'm saying? But that's all he's saying. Start that shit over again.
Let's start this shit over again.
Yeah, start it over again.
Well, damn, I mean, I gotta know what you're doing beforehand so I can have a newer version of this song because I'm trying to think of like what would be a new age version. Go to the YouTube. What would be a new age version of this song right here? My cousin said good night, Josh. All right, tell your cousin I said good night.
Bow-legged cousin.
Yeah, but the crazy part about it, man, I ain't gonna say nothing. Shout out to your cousin though.
You said like a more modern version.
A more
of
modern
Started
version?
Over.
I guess I don't want to know by
Mario
Mario
Winans.
Winans. He like, but he wasn't doing shit. She was. So I guess Mario Winans would be it. Somebody said they saw you. That nigga you was kissing wasn't the boy. But I would never ask you. I don't even want to know the truth. I don't want to know. If you keep it on the low, because my heart can't take it anymore. Then my nigga Diddy said, you can't say I didn't let you breathe. Gave you extra cheese. Put you in them SUVs. You wanted ice, so I made you free. Made you hot like the West Indies. So it's time you invest in me. Why do I know this song as well?
Hilarious.
Yeah, that's the version. We every time we on here, we're gonna do a verse. Old versus new.
Okay, we can definitely do that.
Yeah.
Definitely do that.
That wasn't more of a simp version though, because I guess mine's a little bit more simp because the nigga on your side cheated too. He didn't, and this nigga was in the tub with all his clothes on. So I guess I lose that verse. I lose that verse. It's Cardi won.
Hilarious.
I don't want to know, man. Shout out to the Wines. Why is Adam? What's his
The
nigga name?
dude from Maroon 5.
Adam. What's his name?
Levine.
Adam Levine. I was gonna say Adam Beckett. That's my nigga in Grand Rapids. Funny to me. Hey man, there you go. My nigga in the tub. They can't see this camera.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's wild, bro.
That nigga's in the tub
Being in the tub and you ain't.
with all your clothes on, dog. And you know,
Yeah.
clothes back then was big as hell.
Yeah.
2011, this nigga in the tub, man. You should have called his people like, hey, can y'all pray for me?
Yeah, it was.
Shout out to Mario Winans, dog.
Yeah,
That was a hell of a song. Hey, man. I want to shout out where I'm gonna be at again, man. This Friday, I'm in Grand Rapids at Grand Rapids at the Ambrosia Theater.
Mm.
Me, T-Bar, Brandon Q. Shine, Dave Jones, and I'm forgetting this one more person, but I apologize, man. I'm there on the 3rd, and then the 4th, you can catch me with D Jones at the Hamilton Tucker Gallery, and later I'm hosting the Why Do Men Cheat 2 at Dink's Grill, I think that is. I want to get it off the top of my head. So those are 3 shows you can catch me at. Corey, where can they come trick with you?
hilarious. Like I say, you know what I'm saying? Support what we doing with Detroit is different. Send anything you got to the Cash App crowdfund to $ Detroit 501c3, $Detroit 501c3.
We need 5 racks. My nigga say he need.
Mm-hmm.
Easy.
Every Friday and Saturday, Independent Comedy Club. And every Monday, stream Big Time Garbage. And then if you're watching HGTV board during the day, catch me putting up curtains on the Bargain Block show.
Block.
Bargain
There you
Block.
go, man. Again, man, thank y'all for tapping in. And motherfuck the Chicago Bears.
Hey, chill out, nigga.
Next week, Kim Mav will be on deck too. So,
Next week,
yep.
Peace out.
Peace.
I got
White Tom again fired.
Somebody said they saw you. They didn't.
Y'all niggas ass. Y'all
You
niggas
gotta
ass
close
too.
it. You gotta close out.
Oh shit. Fuck. Bye everybody.